Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about a ton of new products I want to try in this video. This is the finished look. I absolutely love it, so I hope you will as well. Just keep on watching and see how I like them and what do you definitely need in your life. Hello, this is me without the makeup. I know. Listen, we're doing this. I have, again, I think almost a full face of new makeup. And first of all, I do need to prep my skin. I'm still trying that. Like a few of these products I did try beforehand, but the main part of it is new, never used, and never played with. So this is again a get ready with me. So by the way, I did try, this is the Embryoless cream thingy, and I'm still trying to figure out how this stuff is working. Yesterday I've tried it just as a mask and let it sit for like 10 minutes, and that worked quite well, and then I wiped off the excess. I'm pretty sure that's not how you should use it, to be honest, but we're doing this. Listen, that stuff is like really interesting. Let's let's think in about that. I have a full-on blown like container with makeup. I feel like most of it is drugstore, and then we do have some picks for more higher end stuff, like the Natasha Denona palette or the one from here. So the only two palettes, like the Sephora palette, technically is not drugstore but also not high end. So I feel like the only thing that is high end is Natasha, and then we do have again like Sephora brand, which technically is not again high end, but it's still expensive. Just saying. This is me after 10 minutes of like leaving that mask on. Again, I'm telling you, I've tried like different ways, and so far this was the one that worked the best, at least for me. I'm just using a tissue paper to like get rid of the excess. Is that what I saw on the internet? Just saying. And I did. I felt like my skin is good hydrated after this. So let's go into the makeup though, because again, I do have quite a few things. As per usual, I would start with the primer to let that sit and like work a little bit its magic. And I did pick up the Revolution Super Fix Super Grip primer, and this is hydrating and smoothing, and this should be gripping as hell. I did try this in store, and that's why I bought it. The things I bought from Revolution, well, I picked up in store. Let's see if that is working at all. I've tried this in store, and I felt like this was quite like gripping, to be honest. And let's see, this one again, the Revolution stuff I did not try yet. If I can get it out, always the thing. Okay, this is how it looks. This takes some time, and I feel like I've used like all of the products already. This is the consistency. As you can tell, it's a little bit more liquidy, but it's also like thicker. If you like, it's like thicker, I would say. I mean, if it's gripping, I don't mind, because again, that could be really nice. And again, I do enjoy a good gripping primer. I had the Milk, I had the, well, still have the Essence one. And normally I'm trying to massage that in quite well. It does smell really nice. A little bit fruity. This one has melon extract, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm just like letting that sit a little bit. But I feel like it definitely is tacky already, which is a good sign. Till that is like working its magic and getting a little bit more tacky, I am doing my brows as I would normally do, and I am trying, well, this one is not a first impression, by the way. This one is the Maybelline Super Fluff. This is in the shade Soft Brown. I did pick them up, I feel like starting February, and I do have to say I did try that already, and I do enjoy it quite a bit. It also like make its way into my project pen. So if you follow like the project pen thing, I did bring that in. Like, I feel it does a great job. The unevenness is my fault. It's not the product itself, but I feel like you can definitely see, even though it's, again, it's not cleaned up yet. I do feel that this is giving definitely some color in comparison to the other brow. And I do have to say, I do enjoy that. Is it like the best brow product I've ever tried? To be honest, I do enjoy it quite a bit. And again, it does give a little bit of color. So if you're like having really, really good brows and you don't like need a ton of these, like, I don't even know, like steps to do your brows work, that could be like a great product itself. Should I have like cleaned up the brows a little bit beforehand of the moisturizer? Maybe, but we're not. We're just ignoring that. Just saying, I will clean it up and fill in the brows a little bit more, and then we'll be right back. By the way, the reason why I'm starting with the brows after primers is, first of all, of course, that the primer can like settle in and like get a little bit goopy or get a little bit tacky. But the other one is also, I can clean up my brows without ruining foundation that I maybe had like on first if I wouldn't like start with brows. See, cleanup is super damn easy, and that's always a good thing. Next step in my routine, I just filled it out a little bit with the NYX brow pencil, just to have a little bit of something. Next step in my routine would be corrector, and I did pick up the newest Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this is in the corrector shade. I'm thinking that's the only shade. I did not see another one, like, or another name for this. And as you can tell, this is also not the first time trying this, because first of all, it's not the first time trying the Age Rewind like collection or anything like this. I had a concealer first for these. I do enjoy them quite a bit. Did I purchase a new one in the last year or something? No, but I felt like this shade was quite nice. I did indeed though like removed the sponge because it's not my favorite. So I'm just putting a little bit on. It's a little bit more sanitary. Do you need to do that? No, I'm just liking that. And this is the shade. I do enjoy that, and I will just pick up a little bit on the brush and like stipple it onto my under eye. And as you can tell, that is quite good shade in comparison. Like, this is without, this is with, and of course we will like blend this out a little bit further, but I feel like in general I do enjoy, like, first of all the formula, but second of all also that the color is quite a good like color to correct my deep ends. Next product, again, this is all like Get Ready With Me, but it's also like a little bit of a review thing. This is the Skin Silk Under Eye Brightener and Concealer. This is also by Revolution, and I have the shade Peach, light peach. This one is the second lightest shade. The lightest one is lighter indeed, but I was like, do I like need the lightest shade to highlight? Because I do have some other like concealers to highlight, and I don't need that. And I was like, that could be working. I did swatch both of the lightest shades, and this one was quite okay. The concealer, as you can tell, has like a metal applicator, and then you have like a little product. I'm not 100% sure. This is again the product itself. I'm just putting that on there. Oh, and then there is no product left. Okay, we need to, for the other eye, we need to go back in. I do think the color is better to, like, I would say correct. I feel like, don't, like, listen, it's a little bit. By the way, the applicator is really, really cool. I like that. Like, cool in temperature cool, not cool, you know what I mean? I feel like, I would say doe foot, like a regular fuzzy doe foot, would give you more product, because again, it's empty. So you definitely, if you need more product, you definitely need to like taper into this a few times and not just once. Just saying. Does it work? Yes. Is it cooling? Yes. Do you have it like, I feel like with this applicator I couldn't blend the like concealer, at least not like perfectly. So for me, I definitely wouldn't use that applicator a ton of times, but I feel like it does great job of doing it. Listen, I do have panda eyes and I do have like sinking in eyes. That's just the way we have to deal with that. So we're not judging, if you will. But so far I do enjoy the concealer. We will see how this is like working out at the end of the day. I don't have a foundation at the moment, so I'm just doing a foundation and then we come back right after this. And we do have a setting powder. By the way, this is Essence Skin Tint and I do enjoy it quite a bit. And we do have a powder to try out. Listen, I'm trying here my best. This one is also by Revolution. Again, I picked like 5 things or something like this. This is the peach color, which is a new color for Revolution. And this is the Super Matte Fix without flashback or no flashback powder. This is one of their loose powders. And I thought about like giving the pink one. But to be honest, I do have a pink one. And I was like, listen, don't have a peach one though. So let's try this. I did indeed opened it. I don't enjoy the packaging. I'm telling you right away. I know it's like Ben Nye kind of a powder. If you know, you know. But this is the color itself. And I would just use my brush. To be honest, I also would use my beauty blender. This time it is indeed a beauty blender. It's not even like just like telling you this, even though it's just a sponge. No, this time it is indeed a beauty blender. I'm really working that powder in. And I'm going underneath my eyes, see, or in general at that side, to see if that is like giving us deeper under eye, more like brighter under eye, if you know what I mean. What do you think? Like, definitely is taking off the shine. I feel like though it's getting a little bit deeper than this side without. Does it dull down my, it's not even a highlight there, just saying. But does it dull down the like eye? I feel like it does. Not the best reference here. Feeling like maybe I should like just mix like the pink and the peach and have my like custom made powder. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit brighter. Again, I am fair like a wall. So for me, everything that is giving me like deeper skin is not helping at all. Doing that here all over. We are going in with some powders on top of this, but yeah, I do want to like have it at least a little bit powdered, so it's not. I'm thinking about like when do I want to use my setting sprays. Yeah, so I don't want to like that the powders are clinging too much to my skin or the foundation, you know what I mean? So I feel like at the moment I feel like in that area the peach powder is just like a regular loose powder, but I feel like again in that area where it matters under the eye, it definitely dulled down like the color. I let that sink in for a moment and then we are just like, listen, I hate that. Now I do have like powder on top of this and I can't put it back properly because now there's powder everywhere. Hate that, just say. So let's marinate that in for a second or two that the foundation is like set, because again I do want to use these and I'm super excited about these. By the way, I do own like 2 new products from Maybelline and L'Oreal, which is a blush as well as a highlighter, and I don't want to mess up the palette, so I'm not using these and I will just use the palette as the next step. Okay, I did use a little bit more powder, to be honest, to like set everything in place so we don't have a problem at all. I will use the Sephora collection like face palette. This is the light to medium face palette. The face powder palette, colorful face palette. This is the name, and again, this is light to medium. And I felt like on the side this could work. I don't enjoy the packaging though. Like, listen, I do have like sweaty hands after the like Emberless cream and I can't open this. I hate that, guys. I hate that. Why can't they do like a regular packaging that is not like super damn crazy, like that you can just open easily? Hate that. And also that's everything you can do, so I hate that too. I'm I'm telling you that this, I would love or prefer that this one would like open fully. So yeah, we'll just try to ignore that. We will start with the bronzing shade. I hope this one is, by the way, like I'm hoping that this is like a good contouring shade, bronzing shade for me, or that it's at least not too over the top. These ones seem to be all baked shades. Okay, this one is definitely more of a bronzing shade. At least if you're as pale as me. I'm thinking if you're like a little bit deeper than me, not too much though, this could be more of a contour shade. I feel like though it's a really pretty shade, don't get me wrong, but definitely more of a bronzing shade, at least for me. Which again, not the worst thing that could happen. It's definitely quite blendable though. I feel like it definitely gives warmth, as you can tell. We're not doing the contour today. What's that? Did I? Okay. Did I just accidentally got into the blush, I feel. Sorry for that. They are quite like close together. If you're not like careful, definitely you can go into the like blushes and the highlighter. You think, again, it's a really pretty shade. Would I have hoped it would be a little bit more cool tone? Yes. Is it like light to medium? And this is probably working way better for like light to medium shades, just because it gives a little bit of warmth. Yes. But I feel like I can work with it. You know what I mean? I do love the, like, listen, this is really pretty. Don't get me wrong. It's like a really nice bronzing shade. Really, really pretty. Nice. Again, would have hoped also, because it looks a little bit more cool tone, as you can tell. Like, look at this. This is the shade. This is it on me. And again, we do have to face I am pale AF, so a lot of things pull warmer than they are in real life. Normally I have neutral undertones, so yeah. But this again is more of a bronzer indeed. So if you wanted this to hope that this wouldn't be a contour, it's not. It definitely is a bronzer. Okay, let's try the blush. See, that's why I don't like this packaging. It's always closing. Let's try the blush. Listen, we are trying this blush. There is a pink version as well, which I do enjoy that we have both of them. Like a peachy version as well as a pink version. I enjoy that we have both of them. Like more of a peachy as well as more of a pink version. I think if you do a face palette, bring in both. Not just the pink and the deeper pink. You know what I mean? Yes, there is maybe sense to that, but I feel like here you do have options. If I do want to get in more of the orangey peach, I go with that. And if I do want to add like more of a pink, I go with that. I also can mix these. You know, that is a great option. By the way, the brushes are, I think like most of them are Mange. So just so you know, ooh, okay. We're not doing that. We are like stamping a little bit because listen, we're not trying to blush blindness and me, we are friends, you know what I mean? Oh, this is gorgeous. Like, look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I love it. And by the way, I cleansed the brush. It's just like a little bit of stain. Like, look at this. Ooh, I love it. Like, I really enjoy it. Is this stuff powdery? Totally is, as you can tell. Just like work it in a little bit. I'm thinking like the pink one would be like similar-ish, like color-wise as well as like pigmentation-wise. I think this is really, really gorgeous. I do enjoy that. Guys, I really do enjoy that. It's also not too pigmented, so I think you can probably build this up. Again, doing a little bit of a thing here. But the color is stunning. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, totally up to this. Gorgeous. Let's hope the highlight is giving us something as well. Again, I felt like this could work for me. Did I just stitch into that? Of course I did. Again, it's a little bit powdered. These are, as far as I know, baked products. Just have that in mind. The highlight could work for me. I'm hoping. This is like, yes, that could be really, really nice. I'm doing a little bit of a more I won't say flimsy brush because technically it's not. It's just a little bit more loose. And let's see if that is... Ooh, like look at this. This is pretty. By the way, the blush has a little bit of shine as well. But I feel like the highlight itself is probably more towards the pink. I feel like the pink one is a little bit more matte, but this one definitely is pretty. It definitely is a little bit more subtle and not too like highlighty. Also, again, it's more of a like looser brush. It definitely has a little bit, I feel like a pink shift as well, which I'm not sure where that is coming from. But I mean, it is working though. Really, really pretty. Totally liking that. And again, I feel like the blushes are working quite well. Let me swatch the pink one. This is also really, really pretty pink. This is the highlighter. Again, more subtle. Let me clean that up. So these are the colors. Let me also use that as a... So these are the colors. Again, the highlight, the pink blush, the more orangey peachy blush, and then we do have the bronzer. And as you can tell, I feel like on my finger, this is looking way more cool tone than it is on my skin. And again, that's just color theory. I'm just pale, and this is like pulling a little bit too orange for me. But on the other hand, all the other products are really, really pretty. And again, this one has a little bit, as you can tell, I feel like you can see this is a little bit more of a cool tone highlight, which is interesting, but I feel like the blusher itself, at least the orange one, has a little bit of a highlight as well. Like it's not like a flat matte like blush at all. So really excited about this. Again, the bronzer is more of a bronzer and not like a contour as I was hoping. Listen, I don't enjoy the packaging. I can't open it. We just have to. Yes, definitely more of a bronzer. Beautiful though. Love that. This seemed really pretty, and this one is also pretty. So this one, that's a good one. Let's try though the next product I've purchased from Revolution. I did not try that yet. It's the Superfix Super Hold Misting Spray. It's an ultra matte finish with aloe and vitamin E. And this is a makeup fixing spray. So we'll do that now before I'm not sure if I should shake that. I do that now before we go into the eye makeup, because why not? Let's see. This seemed to be like this kind of a packaging. And by the way, there were two different caps on this, like one that was like this, a little bit higher, and then one that was a little bit like flatter, like just half of this. I'm not sure if there's a difference. The product itself seemed to be the same. This one, I like the packaging itself. This is, by the way, how much is this? It has 5.07 fluid ounces or 150 mils. So this is quite a bit of product. And normally this kind of a packaging is for continuous setting spray. So we'll see about that. Okay, it's not. Like you do have to press it down. It does smell quite nice. Let's try that. Oh, okay. This is a little bit aggressive, I'm telling you right away. Oh, okay. This is a little bit aggressive. I did not think that. That's, oh, okay. It's way more aggressive than I thought, to be honest. And again, it's not a continuous setting spray like the Morphe one, which I was hoping for, to be honest. But yeah, definitely is more aggressive than I thought. Well, yeah. Let's zoom you in a little bit closer, and then we're doing a little bit of eye makeup. Welcome to my face. We do have two eye products we want to use, or I want to use today. One is the Natasha Denona, what is it? The Eye Sculpt Mini Eye Sculpt Palette, which is a basic brown palette. Don't get me wrong. And then I also have the Catrice Matte Liner Palette. And this is the water activated eyeliner palette, where we have like several different beautiful colors. I did not purchase this quite recently, and it wasn't in stores and also not online. So we're doing something with this. I feel like this was a good combination, so I can try both. And we do have a little bit of color in it as well. So if you're like, I don't know, like color, I'm a little bit torn about that. I feel like eyeliner is always a great choice, just saying. This is the eyeshadow palette, by the way. Really cute packaging. Do we have like something in here? Okay, we do have like a little guide behind it that you could use if you wanted to. I feel like this is the same size as the other ones. This was I purchased specifically to add to my other palettes I have. Let me get them. I do have to say I am a fan of the Natasha Denona mini palette. By the way, this palette is the same size as all of her mini palettes, so it's not like bigger or something like this, which, listen, I do enjoy that. I do have the mini Love. As you can tell here, I do have the mini Trichrome, which is the blue, and I do have the mini Gold, which is the green. And I thought that this one would be a great addition to all of these because the matte shades I have in these are great nice, don't get me wrong, but it is quite limited. Like the mini Gold has just 2 matte shades, which is like a more yellowy brown as well as green, which I do love, by the way, don't get me wrong. Like the mini Trichrome has like 3 matte shades, but of course all blue. And then the mini Love has like 2 matte shades, which are again more mauvey and like a little bit of a mauvey, like a plummy, like purple. So these ones are amazing, but I felt like that if I add like a basic brown palette, I could still use all of these colors, but have a little bit more variety. And also, as you can tell in all 3 of these, and I normally travel with the mini Gold as well as the mini like Love, I feel like the like inner corner highlight is quite not existing. The only one that has an inner corner highlight is the mini Love, which is a shimmery highlight, and all the other ones like this one does not have like a inner corner highlight for me, this one as well. So I thought that this would be a great thing to have because I have an inner corner highlight. At least I'm hoping that this will work on me. And then I also have black to deepen up all the shades in these palettes. And I thought that this would be a great addition. So if I travel, I can just like bring these 2 and this one, and I have a good addition that brings in a little bit of some basics as you like think about it. So let's try to use this. And again, this will be probably with this palette. Again, this is the basicest palette. And again, as you already heard from me, this is the like sense of this. I do have some eye primer on. Let's go into, I feel like this shade here, which is medium. By the way, this is like fair, light, medium, deep. And then this is like great. And I feel like these have different formulas if I'm not mistaken, and I feel like these 2 are powder formulas, and then the 3s are like, I think these are these silky mattes or something like this, and these ones are like creamy mattes or something like this. I'm using one of my favorite brushes. This is just changed. It's a 227 by Zoeva. This is the Luxe Soft Definer. I do enjoy this brush quite a bit, and we will just go into again the mid shade. And we will just try to like do a little bit of shading, as you will. That is working amazingly. And I do go a little bit up there to just define my crease a little bit more. And I feel like I could have gone with the like lighter shade first, and that would be like, listen, look at this. This is like quite nice. I will also put that on the lower lash. This is quite pigmented. And again, I did not think that this one would be so deep. Like, can you tell? Like, that is quite amazing, to be honest. Do that on the other eye as well. That is really nice. I do like this formula. And again, I thought this would be a great choice to like purchase that palette. And I think in my like should you buy it series, where I'm talking about the new makeup releases for this week or the week I'm talking about, I also said that this one would be a great basic palette. Also, if you don't like have a ton of neutral, or I feel like this is more of a neutral brown palette, which again, at the moment, I'm totally loving. I feel like this is one of those palettes where you have like basic shades and you don't have to like do too much. All of these shades, by the way, are matte. So that is also like a plus if you love a good matte and then want to add in maybe like a duochrome or like from an indie brand or something else. You know, you don't have to worry about that, because again, you can just bring your like your shade of your desire with you and you would have had a great basic palette. Let's try to blend this with the light shade. I think this is fair, this is light. I will use a Refer 14 for that. I'm hoping that this is not, like, I'm a little bit like torn about the pigmentation. I think these, again, the first two I think are silky mattes. And then the rest is again the other formula. So far, I do have to say this is working quite well. I mean, listen, we're just one in, just saying, but this color is also really pretty. I feel like you can definitely build it up from like the lighter shade to darker shades. I would, if you wanted to have like a really deep smoky eye, I would not go with the lighter shade and then build it up. I would go with the like black and then like build it down from there, you know, so that the deepest color is also like the intense or the most intense one. That works quite well. Again, this one has a pigmentation. It's definitely there and it does definitely blend out the shade. Like, look at this. Before we deepen that up, and I definitely want to deepen that up because that would be so great if that is working, I want to try the fair shade, which again is the lightest, and I'm hoping that this one is bringing me like a bright inner corner, because that is like a goal. It does look good, so this is a goal for me, that, you know, I hope that it is light enough to be in my inner corner without, yes, that is going to work. You see, like the difference between this one where I have no product and this one, it is definitely more subtle. I feel like if there would be a white like in the mini xenon, and don't get me wrong, I will put that also a little bit on the first third of my lid as well. If I would love to have like a white as well, but I feel like because there is a white in the mini xenon, she just did not bring that in. And I totally can understand why, because again, if you have like a white already and you do own the mini xenon, then you would have two whites, you know what I mean? But I definitely think it's still bright enough. It's not like the brightest inner corner highlight I've ever tried, and again, could also like bring in a white pencil underneath that, or like my Joycey white concealer I have, that would probably work as well, just to brighten that color a little bit, but definitely is working, which again I was hoping for. This one is more of a, I would say, a natural color on me. It's not bad, it's not bad. Again, would have loved to have it a little bit brighter, but I mean, we don't always like can count on that. But definitely is working. Again, would have loved to have a little bit of a brightness, more of that. Definitely is a little bit more like powdery. Then we do go with deep, which is the last shade before the black, let's say like this. And I will go in with my Morphe M506, which is like that, and we will go in here. I feel like deep is indeed the only, I think, like a little bit warmer tone. Like these ones are quite neutral, almost cool tone leaning. This one seemed to be a little bit more warmer, and then of course we do have the black. And the white, indeed, or the like fair shade, is also a little bit more warmer. It's not white, as I said. It's more of a yellow white. So let's go there, and we will just grace our outer corner with, again, the deep shade. And like I said, this one is, at least for me, a little bit more warm toned. Do you see that? It's also like, if I feel like if I like just wanted to have that I wouldn't have also needed the medium shade. I feel like these are not so far away from each other that you like need that you needed both. Is a little bit strange to say, but I feel like you definitely can tell that this one is a little bit more warmer pulling than this eye. Can you see this one without and this one with deep? And I don't feel it gives a little like much depth in here. I feel like this one gives a little bit more warmth, which again could be nice if it's exactly what you're searching for. But if you're like, oh my god, I wanted to have like a really deep shade that is almost black but not black, because some of us do like the depth but not like the I would say color, you know what I mean? Not everyone loves to have like a black in their eye look. But again, I feel like this is giving more of a warmer brown than like a really neutral look. Does it matter? Depending on what you like and prefer. I do have to say, I do love it. Like, look at this. And again, we do have like the fair shade all over the lid, and I'm pulling this just a little bit, so we do have a, like, look at this. Isn't that cute? I could go with that. Of course, we will use the black as well because we have it and we don't want to see about that. And we'll also maybe use a little bit on my lower lash line as well, just to bring everything together. Oh, I do love it. And again, you could now, like, if you have all of the other palettes, I feel like that would be, like, this look here would be an amazing base for any shimmer of these palettes. I feel like for the shimmer, you could go with like this greenish gold from the mini gold. You can go in even with this one, which is a deeper brown. You can go in with the green on top of like here in that area where I have the lightness. You can go in with the duochrome from the mini love, which is like, again, a gold to a pinky purple. You can go in with a straight up like reddish color. You could go with this one. You can go with, yes, I know I can go with all of them. You can go with the blue, again, this one, just again here in between, or even like further into this. You can go with the light blue here, and I feel like all of them would be like mixing in and would be perfect, just saying, because this I feel like is a perfect base. I absolutely love it. I do have to say that I absolutely love it. So let's try out the black, of course. I'm hoping. By the way, I feel like these two are a little bit more powdery because, again, I think this is the silky matte formula and these ones are the creamy matte formulas, and these ones are a little bit less powdery. They're still powdery, don't get me wrong, but not as much. So let's go with the black. This is called Black. And yeah, we're going in with a 30 mini. Just using a little bit to deepen up the lash line. Like, look at that. That is working amazingly. I feel like if you want to have like a little bit of a product to also do like liner work or something like this, and not like the colorful ones I'm just talked about, this one is like, look at this. That was super damn easy, and again with a quite fluffy brush, to be honest. I wanted to just deepen it up, and you can always go back into like the Morphe brush. We used the deep brown and lay a little bit on top so it is not as, I would say, black. So we have everything like in there and it's not too much. Like, look at this. Yes, it's a yes for me. Okay, next step, when we are liking our look so far, I do want to play with the liner palette, and we do have 6 different liners. They are all water activated, so I have a little bottle. By the way, this is an ordinary bottle upcycled with just water. Now we do have some brushes. You can use whatever brush you have, like a liner brush or like whatever you have. Like a small one is a nice try, let's say it like this. We do have in the palette like a more beigey color. We do have 2 like a purple, a deeper pink, a green, a blue, and then a teal. I do like all of these colors. If they are pigmented, that would be amazing. So let's try. Listen, I do want to add the blue. I do have a fable and a love for this ultraviolet or ultramarine blue. I do think this one is also kind of cute. We'll see what colors I'm trying, but I think I will start with the blue. And we would just add a drop of them water to that, and then we will mix in again. These ones, I think these ones are nail brushes, if I'm not mistaken, because they do have a really small tip, which is always nice for liner. So I will swirl that in when I did a drop of water. I do have to say, this is a little bit, can you tell? Like it's a little bit difficult to, like this is like, I feel like a drop of water is like way too much. Let me add in or opt out with a tissue a little bit of water, and then we would just swirl in them brush in hopes that will work. To be honest, I don't know, you can probably spray your brush as well, like with like water, like spray water into the liner palette and then go from there, just saying. So let's see how great that is. We will just, I'm a little bit, okay, definitely need more water here, but I'm hoping I can do this, but I'm thinking I cannot. Yeah, I think we will definitely need a little bit more water, but not too much. So I'm just not even dropping that into that. I feel like that worked quite. You need to, like with the liner palette, especially if this is water activated, I feel like you do need to, I have added a little bit of warm water to get it better and like more liquid. Yes. That is way better. And then we will just add in like a round, because I do have questions myself if I really am, or if I really can do that, but like so. That's like kind of looking cool, isn't it? Normally don't do these kind of designs, so let's try. Listen, I'm not doing this normally. You can, I feel like with these colors, especially with this one, you can definitely go with like flowers, like different kind of flowers. You do have like a green for stems or leaves, and then maybe this one in the center of it, that would be cute as well. And again, I feel like because these pans are quite like shallow, I would say, that is working amazingly, to be honest, guys. I'm sorry if you see a lot of my mirror, but otherwise I'm like, again, if you know me, you know I do wear glasses. And I feel like that is like some of those things that we definitely need a little bit more precision with this. Does it need to be perfect? No, because listen, I'm not. But that is looking really nice, to have to say that. And again, if you ask yourself, I'm just using, like, if I go into the palette, I'm not dropping. I'm just really like dipping into the palette. And that's it, because again, these are quite like thin. So we don't, I mean, you could spray again water off all of these and then mix them and you can match them and all the good things, just say that, but that is looking really kind of cool. And you do need to, first of all, pigmented. I do love that. That is amazing. And again, this is Durgstore. Like, look at this blue. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at this. Amazing. I absolutely love that. Let's do clean this off a little bit. Then we see what we can do with another color. I do want to use the lavender or the like purple, light purple. Again, I did the same thing. I just used the same brush, which again has still a little bit of purple or blue left, but I'm just again dipping really one drop into the product. And then we'll find if that is pigmented as well. And again, first of all, so far, really enjoying this. And again, it is pigmented enough, so we do have a little bit of control here. I'm just like going into like this, and maybe make it like this. So we have like a double line. I did mislead. Maybe we can correct that later. Do need a little bit of a drop of water. I feel like again, if you don't drop like a whole like thing of water in there, just a little bit, that works quite well. And again, I do listen, is that even? These are not like cousins, they are not even straightly related, but we will find a way to do that and make it work. But yeah, not sure how good this will like last. But I mean, we can find out. Like, look at this. And again, I did not like clean up the brush. You could clean it up with like a wet wipe. That would be probably better. Just want to like correct that one error I did make on that eye. And then we will go on with another color, because listen, I feel like that is a great choice. Like, look at this. I will just like correct a little bit that one, and that worked quite well. You definitely can correct these. Like, look at this. Oops, sorry, I was not in focus. I'm sorry for that. I will use another brush because that one, this one, I don't even know where I got this from. There is, by the way, also like a liner brush for this palette in the Catrice like counters, and I feel like I want to use the teal as well, just to do a third line. Oh, now it's third lines, and again we're doing the same thing, just add a little bit of color. Then we like put that in. Again, I am super excited about these, and I'm hoping, to be honest, that Catrice is giving us more of these palettes, just different colors. I feel like also the price was quite well. I feel like they were $5 if I'm not mistaken. So we do have that on. Let me see, what do I want to add? Like, I do like this part. Sorry for that. I do like this part, and I do like this one. I'm just like maybe going in here, like a second line, like this. Look at this pigmentation. Maybe I can swoop in a little bit. Listen, I'm not good at this. This is not quite. Let me, you know, if you do a mistake, do it better. We will just like do that on this eye as well, like a little blob. Again, I feel like there are many companies that, well, that is not even close to similar-ish, but I mean, we can do with this. But look at this. Isn't that cute? Could I do different? Yes, I could. But I'm super excited about this. And again, we have also like the 3 colors out of these 6. Like, look at this. This is amazing. And you didn't need like a ton of product, and you also had like a really great pigmented like thing. So yes, this is really, really amazing. Let's go on with other products as well, because I do want to wear false lashes. We will try the, or this is the L'Oreal Paradise Big Deal mascara, and this one is in black, as you can tell, or not. This is the brush, And then we do have just lips and then we're done, which is also nice. And again, this one I will just put on like this because I do want to wear lashes afterwards. And I feel like for me particular, if I curl my lashes, then I do have the problems that the like the lashes I put on, the falsies, are not the curl that I have in here at the beginning. So that's a little bit of a problem. So let's just hope for the best and see how this is like doing its job. So far, it's doing nothing. What the fluff? Do you see it? Okay. That is not a big deal, to be honest. Let's dip that in again. Just having to like be sure, but like look at this, it's not doing nothing. It's not giving a ton. I mean, don't get me wrong, I do have really horrendous lashes, but I feel like this is giving me not much to nothing. A little bit of volume if I'm like really trying here, but the formula seems like so thin. I mean, if you love natural lashes, we don't talk about this. We let that dry. We're good with that. But if you prefer natural lashes, that could be great. If you ask myself, I mean, I'm not stupid to know that none of these mascara can like imitate falsies, and I know that is now distracting. It sure as fuck is. But okay, this is the better eye for me. I feel like it gives a natural lash at best, but yeah, that's not my favorite lash or mascara. I will wait a second, and then I want to add in my lip product, which will be one of the lip oils I picked up from Wet n Wild, which is the only like the product at the moment. I'm sorry for that. I will correct that, but I want to tell you, this is the Wet n Wild lip oil, and this one is in heart rate. I do have two. One is more of a sheer thing. This one though has color, and I felt like this would be great. I will put on though my Kylie lip liner first, but I'll be right back, and then I also corrected that mistake. I just used the Q-tip to just bob that away, and normally if the mascara is dry, that works quite well. And I feel like because I do have like dark eyeshadow underneath, it's not that big of a deal. I did put on the Kylie lip liner as per usual, and again I will put on this lip oil. Again, this is heart rate. This is, I feel like, the deepest or second deepest of the shades, and I feel like this has a really pretty pink hue. And I was like, listen, why not? You know what I mean? So we're doing this. This of course is oil, so that was my teeth. So I'm expecting like moisture and love for my lips, because listen, I don't like the applicator, but I feel like it's the same for the e.l.f. one. I don't enjoy the applicator because even though we have like a really big, like this is a tilted applicator, and even though we have like this side, which is perfect for the lips, the only product is on the tip, which is annoying, just saying. But again, this one should be a little bit more nourishing than like a regular lipstick or a, well, a lip gloss not only, but I feel like today, I feel like a lot of these lip oils are technically lip glosses with a little bit more like nourishing products itself. You know what I mean? I do like the color though. I feel like though, if you have like this kind of a color, you know what I mean? That should be definitely not like patchy or streaky, and I feel like it's not. The only thing I absolutely hate is like, how do I put that back on that it is, okay, that it is like, see, like this is, I don't enjoy that if it's not like there with the rest. Okay, this is the full look. And to be honest, I would put on lashes because I definitely need to. But other than this, I feel like maybe liner next, and then like a eyeliner in the inner room. But yeah, let me do that fast, doing the lashes as well as the liner in the waterline, and then I will be right back and we talk about all the products I've tried today. So this is the finished look. Absolutely love it. I've tried like a more ultramarine blue liner. This is by L'Oreal. This is the Infallible Gel Crayon 24 Hour, and this is number 10. I've got the blue, which, I mean, that's reasonable. For lashes, I have the Allure Silk Lashes, and these ones are the Marquis Silk Effect. Not sure if these are still available. I think at least I will link you to Allure to see if they are. I got these from TK Maxx, so they were in a like better way for me. They were like $3.20 or something like this. So yeah, let's talk about the other products and if I like them or if I don't. And maybe I do have one or two options where I'm like, listen, you need this in your life. Okay, let's go through them. I think we start with the ones we're starting with. I did enjoy the primer. Of course, I do need to try it more if I see if this is like holding up. I felt like it definitely grips on to my foundation, so I definitely will try this more. I do love these Instant Ink Rewind things. If it is the corrector or the concealer itself, I did enjoy these, and I do like the packaging because you definitely can like pull all the products up to the top. And again, if you want to have it a little bit more sanitary, just remove the sponge. You don't have to, by the way. I just enjoyed like this a little bit more because I felt like this one was like I was pumping and pumping and there was not coming through the product itself. So now I have that better, just saying. The concealer, I did enjoy the concealer. I feel like, again, the applicator is cool, and I don't mean temperature one. I do think the applicator is cool. I do think you get small amount of product. If you do need more, you definitely need to redip this. This one is really kind of cooling, which is nice. I do like the color. It works quite well. And I do like, so far the product does not like crease or something like this, at least not that I have seen it. Nope. Not really. So that is a good thing. Let's talk about the powder. I do think this is a little bit too deep for my under eyes, at least if I want to have brightness. You know what I mean? Like the Catrice Blur Rose color is definitely lighter, but I do think in general that this color is quite nice for my skin, even though this one again is a little bit too deep. At least I feel like it. Maybe you can tell me in the comments if I'm just overreacting and this is looking amazingly or, you know, not. I don't think this is super matte as it says. I feel like this is a great amount of matte if you ask me. So I'm fine with that. Oh, by the way, the Maybelline Super Fluff, love this stuff. This is a really, really great eyebrow product. Again, gives enough like color that you could just wear that, or it's a great base, or like for this to as first and then put in like maybe a powder or a pencil or a pen, you know what I mean? So really, really enjoying this again. I wish that there would be a little bit warmer color though, because again, I'm a little bit warmer in the hair color department than this one. And this is soft brown, which is a more warmer brown, if you will. But in general, I do think I like the color. I like the product itself. So enjoying this one. This one was a little bit misleading. I thought this would be a continuous setting spray and it's just absolutely not. And I do have to say this is like really aggressive. So you definitely have to like hold it like this. You know what I mean? That it's not aggressive. I do feel like this, like the scent is also kind of interesting. I don't feel this is matte though. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't feel that this is matte. So for me, saying that is the ultra matte finishing spray, I feel like it's not. You know what I mean? But again, I will try this and see how it maybe performs over the day. Maybe it has or gives me a little bit of oil control, which could be nice, just saying. So we'll see about that. This one, again, hate the packaging. I absolutely hate the packaging. Oh, I did get it off. I think this is a really, really amazing palette. I do like it. This is definitely more of a bronzer. This is a beautiful blush. I do like the highlight. I do like the pink tone. Again, if I do want to add a pink, I could work with this. I do like the color selection. I think like all of the palettes, I think there are 3 or 4 different kinds and like depthnesses. I feel like all of them have like a more warmer and then a cooler blush, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely loving this. Again, Hate the packaging though. First of all, again, I would love if this is like going all the way so I can lay it flat. And then again, the packaging itself, like the closure is like horrendous to open. So I'm not a fan of that. Other than this though, I feel like this is a great palette, and I do love my like bronzer, blush, as well as highlight. And you can definitely still see it here, which is amazing. Let's go to the two eye products. Absolutely loving this. Totally loving the palette. I feel like this, again, gives enough, like, see, it lays flat. So easy. Like, I do think it gives enough depth. These ones are, again, quite similar-ish. This one is still a little bit deeper, but not as deep as I thought. But I feel like this giving a little bit of warmth to the eye. I feel like this palette is like the ultimate matte palette you can go with. Just saying, because we do have a black. Again, I would love that this is a little bit more brightening, but you definitely can see it is still brightening. I am pale AF, so if you are deeper than me, this is beautiful as an inner corner highlight or brightening all over the face. And again, these two colors, beautiful, beautiful. I definitely love everything about this palette, and I'm super happy because, again, this is a great addition to my mini collection, so I can definitely bring that with the other palettes when I've traveled. That would be amazing. I do love the Catrice liner palette. I was like so surprised. And again, you can like mix these, you can match these, you can again spray them with water and then just mix them wildly. These three colors I've tried are amazing, really, really pigmented. Did not expect that, to be honest, because I thought, okay, maybe they are like semi-sheer or something like this, but nope, they are not. Definitely am excited to try this one and also the purples and the green. I really hope that Catrice is giving us more shades of these, because this one, amazing, highly recommend. Again, same with the Natasha Denona palette. If you don't have like a great small eyeshadow palette, you definitely need. And this one, if you don't have these colors, or in general like a liquid liner palette that, or a water activated liner palette that you can trust in the drugstores. Absolutely loving this. This one was not bad, but also not good. It's like a semi something. Like, I'm not convinced that this is giving a ton. Definitely will try this more. I do like the brush though. It's a nice brush, but I feel like this is not my favorite and probably will not be. Just saying, but yeah, it's not giving enough. Not enough length, not enough volume. I mean, it's working, but it's not amazing. And then we do have the last product, which is the lip oil. I do love this color. Like, it's a more of a cool tone color, which fits quite well, just saying. I do like these, and again, it's not streaky at all, at least I think. If it looks streaky, tell me down in the comments, but I feel like it's not streaky at all. And I feel like it has enough color, but not too much. You know what I mean? So it gives color if you needed it. Is this something you should like bring on a daily without a mirror? Nah, probably not, but I like the color itself. So really, really pretty. I think in general, but except for maybe, again, the like mascara, I feel like, and maybe the setting spray, I definitely feel this Get Ready With Me testing the products went really, really well. So yeah, how do you like it? I do love the lashes with this look, to be honest, and I do like the look itself. Which of these products did you already try? Which ones do you want to try? And which ones you're now sure you don't want to try? Leave it down in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And I wish you a beautiful week. And we see us in my next video. So bye, guys.